Hey everybody, welcome to the GregCast. It is Greg and happy Pentecost to you. Hey, after Pentecost, what do? We got to get to work. But Pentecost is the birthday of the church. It's not necessarily the birthday of the church building. Church is about doing God's work, and the fire of Pentecost is not supposed to be so comfortable that we're just going to sit by the fire. You see, it's kind of warm for that here where I am. It's summertime, and we don't sit by a lot of fires. That fire gets us up and going. So this birthday of the church, which calls us to do, is now calling us to be disciples. Now, this is a common theme on the GregCast, and if you're a fan of the GregCast, you hear me talking about this all the time. But it's rooted in the last chapters of Mark and Matthew. Now, in the last chapter of Mark, it's about going out and doing God's work and being disciples, going forth from this place. The whole Gospel of Mark is I don't know, Mark seemed to be very impatient. There's not a lot of time for telling long stories. It's about getting to work. Whereas in Matthew's Gospel, Matthew, of course, defines discipleship as the doing of God's work, going out 2 by 2, curing the ills of society, healing the sick, building those houses, serving the poor, being a disciple. Now, in Matthew's sense, being a disciple asks that we make disciples of all nations. See, not just people, but entire groups of people. Whereas Mark simply asks that we just get in there, tell people the good news. It's about the good news. It's not about proof. It's not about giving great examples. It's about telling the good news. So the idea here is that we need to be transparent. Okay, we don't need to be like wearing a big t-shirt, I'm a disciple, yes I am. What I do advocate is that you become so authentic that you just blend in as this everyday nice guy or this nice girl making a difference, and people don't even ask twice about, wow, you know, that's strange, suddenly you're nice. You don't want to be that obvious. You want to convert your life, meld in with society, and then just make a difference, subtly, slowly, making nations of disciples, not just people. See, I don't know about you, but I want to change the world, and I do want to change you. I do want to call you to become a better person. I do the GregCast so that I can reach into your life. But see, the idea is that you send this little podcast to somebody else, and they send it to somebody else, and they send it to somebody else. I'm trying to witness the truth to you so that you can look into your lives, see the truth, and then witness to somebody else. That's the idea. To be a disciple is to be a witness of the truth. Not to have to prove it, not to have to argue it, but to just simply live it. And when you live it in your own transparent way, then you become a witness, a disciple, so that others may live as well. There you go. That's the GregCast. Be a disciple of all nations. Remember, there's a job description that comes with the discipleship. We'll get to that later. But the job description's not easy. It's hot outside. And if you got to work outside the church in the heat, you're going to sweat. It's going to take effort. It's work, but it's good work. It's the work that needs to be done. Great things are happening because people are actually doing work. And you know what? We have the time. You know, look at your year. You spend some of your year going to school, getting yourself ready. You spend some of your year going to work, building up some money, and then you take some vacation time. You need to relax, you need to chill out, but you also need to use some of your time to make a difference. So do that. Okay, until next time, God bless. Hey, my cell phone's ringing. Let's see, maybe it's another call to more work. Let's see. Hi, this is Greg. Hey, how's it going? Gotta go. Bye. Great.